Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Frankford High School. I'm Dr. Calderone, the very proud principal at Frankford, and I'm extremely excited and grateful for the opportunity to welcome you all here today for the ribbon-cutting ceremony of our Solar Energy Lab. Today's event has been years in the making and is truly an exciting day for the entire Frankford High School community. It seems like just yesterday I received a flyer about applying to have this program come to our school. And now, a few years and a global pandemic later, we're all gathered here today to celebrate this special occasion and showcase our new lab. As a school that has been a part of this neighborhood for well over a century, it's not too often that we get to celebrate many firsts. I am very, very happy to share this first with each and every one of you. I'm really honored to have so many members and representatives from city government, the school district, our partners in the solar energy field, as well as our corporate partners and contractors, all here to commemorate this historic day in Frankford High School history. However, I believe I'm most grateful that this lab provides our amazing students with a state-of-the-art learning environment that they truly, truly deserve. There isn't enough time for me to personally thank every person that helped us get here today. However, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every person that's here today that has played even the smallest part in bringing this to fruition here at the Home of Champions. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Emily Schapira, the CEO of the Philadelphia Energy Authority.
Thanks so much, Dr. Calderone. Good morning. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. I am also super excited to be here today at Frankford High School to finally cut the ribbon on this brand new, state-of-the-art, first of its kind in the nation, solar training lab. My name's Emily Schapira. Thank you, Micah. I'm the president and CEO of the Philadelphia Energy Authority. We're a city government entity building a robust, equitable, clean energy economy in Philadelphia. In 2016, with the leadership of City Council President Darrell Clark, we launched the Philadelphia Energy Campaign to invest $1 billion in clean energy projects and create 10,000 jobs. In its first 4 years, we supported $167 million in projects and created over 1,700 jobs so far. One of the core constructs of PEA's work is to build the demand for a skilled clean energy workforce by developing projects and programs that create jobs, and then pairing that with workforce training programs that ensure we have a well-trained, diverse workforce ready to jump into these living wage, family-supporting careers. So far, we've helped over 750 Philadelphia homes add solar to their roofs through Solarize Philly, including 50 low and moderate income households through our Solar Savings Grant program this year. Solar installer is one of the fastest growing jobs in the US and in Pennsylvania and here in Philadelphia. So with support first from PECO, which spurred even more support from the US Department of Energy, PEA created Bright Solar Futures, the first program of its kind in the nation and a model for others across the country. There are 2 tracks in Bright Solar Futures. One is a 6-month fellowship for young adults through PowerCore PHL, now in its 3rd year. Thanks, PowerCore. And the second is this 3-year career and technical education vocational program for high schoolers in solar energy, which we are here to celebrate today. With the leadership of the school district CTE office, together we are able to get State Department of Education approval for this program, which makes it possible for other schools and other districts statewide to apply to offer the program as well. The Solar Energy CTE track starts in 10th grade and runs through 12th grade, with our students receiving 1,080 hours of instruction in all aspects of the solar industry, from installation to sales, the basics of construction, electrical systems, weatherization, extensive job site safety training, as you can see, and more. Students will be able to take part in 2 summer internships and receive job placement support, or if they choose to go to college, we have an articulation agreement with Community College of Philadelphia, so they'll earn credits towards their associate's degree. We are so excited to have been able to fund and support the development of this state-of-the-art lab here at Frankford High School. Their mascot is the Pioneers, and they have not shied away from building new, innovative programming here. You'll have a chance to tour our lab today after the presentation, and you'll even see some demonstrations from our students. Though we have a lot of people to thank and a million details to tell you all, I'm going to save them and instead welcome our other speakers today, and I'll give thanks later. First, I'm really excited to introduce Mayor Jim Kenney. Mayor Kenney, thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It is a stunningly beautiful day, and I wish every day was like this. We'd be San Diego. And I just want to say before I start my formal remarks, I want to acknowledge, and I will do this from now to the end of the school year, our leader, Dr. Hite, is going to be leaving us at the end of the school year, but I just wanted to highlight what great leadership he has shown, what a great image for our kids, and we're really going to miss him. And thank you. So it is great to be with you all today, and I hope everyone is having a great school year so far. I'd like to thank Gina McCarthy, the National Climate Advisor for the White House, for her leadership and vision on the important issues we're highlighting here today. The latest report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change makes it clear that climate change is happening now, and we must act urgently if we want to prevent the worst impacts that we've seen in recent storm events. Just in the last year, we've seen 3 major storms hit Philadelphia, the most recent being Hurricane Ida, and we've had some of the hottest summer months on record. We know the impact of these events won't be equitably distributed. Our lowest income residents and communities of color are more likely to be harmed by climate change. That fact's playing out in Philadelphia and in cities around the country. And it's why we have committed the city to achieving carbon neutrality by 2050 and moving to 100% clean energy. We've made these commitments because a climate-prepared Philadelphia means economic security, affordable housing and energy, accessible transportation options, and basically healthier communities and people. Cities that are proactive in building equitable and sustainable communities are the ones that will thrive in the future. Our efforts in achieving carbon neutrality will not only benefit the environment, but they will create new job opportunities, and we need to prepare our young people for those jobs. Bright Solar Futures and this lab ensure that new careers are available and accessible to all our young people. Preparing young Philadelphians for solar jobs that create more equitable and healthy community is critically important. So congratulations to the school district, Frankford High School, and the Philadelphia Energy Authority on this important milestone. I look forward to touring the lab and seeing all the things you were able to accomplish in the state-of-the-art lab. I'd also like to recognize the U.S. Department of Energy Solar Energy Technologies Office for investing in Bright Solar Futures. Special thanks to our very generous corporate partner, PECO, the Solar Lab's lead sponsor, and whose donation made this lab possible. Additional thanks go to the school district principal, Calderone, and the PA Department of Education for sharing in this vision and working with PEA and its partners to make Bright Solar Futures a reality for Philadelphia public school students. And the best thing I saw today was this group of young people walking out of that building, dressed for a career, a lifelong career, and a great life and a great future. So congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Thanks, Mayor Kenney. Without the tremendous commitment and vision of the School District of Philadelphia, the CTE program, and Frankford teams, and also the folks at Ben Franklin High School who hosted the first introductory version of this program, we would not be here with you today. So I am just so pleased to welcome Superintendent William Hite.
Thanks, Emily, and good morning, everyone. And if, in fact, I'll start where the mayor left off. And if it's no other reason to get excited this morning, it's the fact that we're standing here in front of Frankford High School, here in the city of Philadelphia, the school district of Philadelphia. We have students from Mr. Crolly's class who will be in a program that is the first in the nation to provide these young people with these opportunities. So it is a beautiful day, but as the mayor said, seeing these young people walk out dressed, ready for work, is the most exciting thing. So I'm happy to be here at Frankford. And Principal Calderone, thank you for hosting us as well. Ms. Crolly, congratulations to you as the teacher of the class. And thank you to PECO. Thanks to the mayor. Emily, thank you to the Energy Authority. I'm excited to see the opening of the new solar training lab here, a state-of-the-art facility that will give our students opportunities to gain a valuable academic experience that will prepare them for a solar and clean energy career. As a district committed to having students ready to excel in 21st century, we know that they must be exposed to career opportunities in sustainable energy. Our career and technical education programs, or CTE, are an essential part of our district for students who choose a career readiness pathway that delivers hands-on training and the ability to get specific real-world practical and professional skills. Bright Solar Futures Academy at Frankford High School began in fall 2020 through our Office of Career and Technical Education, and is a 3-year solar energy program that will train students to install solar panels and make buildings more energy efficient, reducing utility bills, and helping to reduce the human carbon footprint. We are proud to offer the first solar energy program, as I indicated earlier, in the nation, where our students will have access to learn the skills that will allow them to enter one of the fastest growing careers in the region and nation. In fact, a solar installer is considered a high priority occupation in Philadelphia County, and these jobs pay very good wages. And upon completion, our students will be prepared for work as installers, permit specialists, weatherization techs, solar salespeople, electrical apprentices, and utility line apprentices, and so much more. So I would like to say thank you to the City of Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Energy Authority, PECO, and other industry partners for funding this solar lab. And we also have 2 City Council members here with us today, and I'd like to thank them for their support and for their motivation, their constant motivation to get these types of programs and increase access for our young people. Absolutely. And I want to give a specific shout out to Michelle Armstrong and her dedicated CTE team, and the Frankford High School Principal Calderone, again, for creating and supporting an environment for this innovation. With all of the support, we know that our students are ready for bright futures. Thank you and good morning.
Thanks, Dr. Hite. We've had a lot of folks support us getting to this day, but our friends at PECO were willing to really double down on their support, which was the first one to support us as well, and to help us fund this lab. Over the past 3 years, our lead sponsor, PECO, has contributed more than $200,000 to this program for curriculum development and for improvements to the lab. The lab has a new HVAC system, a metal door was removed, and a window installed to allow natural light into the classroom. The electrical system was upgraded to support solar energy education, and so much more. You'll get to see it later. But please join me in thanking and welcoming PECO's CEO, Mike Innocenzo.
Thanks, Emily, for the kind words and the kind introduction. I am really honored to be here on behalf of PECO as we ceremoniously cut the ribbon for the brand new state-of-the-art Frankford High School lab, solar lab. And I will say on behalf of our organization, we get to do some really cool things for the community and to support the community. But to say that we are beyond proud to support this would be an understatement. And I agree with the mayor. I think the coolest thing I see today is all the students there, and looking forward to have you at PECO one day here. Yeah. So at this lab, students will be given hands-on opportunity to learn about solar installation, energy conservation, auditing, work site safety, construction basics, and job readiness. The program is really an intersection of 2 very important priorities for us at PECO. One is supporting clean energy resources to mitigate the impact of climate change, and the other is really spurring and furthering initiatives to spur the clean energy workforce of tomorrow, and maybe closer to today if you guys are ready. Supporting the adoption of solar across Greater Philadelphia region is so important as we work to ensure a cleaner and brighter future for our customers. Solar is also an integral part of our company's path to clean journey. We, along with our peer utilities and Exelon Utilities, have committed to collectively reduce our operations-driven emissions by 50% by 2030 and to be net zero by 2050. That is a tough challenge. It is a daunting challenge for our company. It's a daunting challenge for our city and our region, and it is one that's going to take an all of the above strategy. And certainly an extremely important piece of that work is going to be supporting the solar workforce of tomorrow and making sure that they have the tools and the training they need to succeed. The opening of this lab and the opportunities it will provide the students in this community is yet another example of workforce development, which I think is also a critical part of our strategy. As we make investments in the grid, as we make investments in the infrastructure towards a cleaner future, these create tremendous opportunities for the youth for not only just jobs, but careers, life-changing careers that can change the way that they take care of their families and the way that they take care of their friends and neighbors in their city. So I'm very, very excited. In addition to this, we support the Philadelphia OIC in supporting a smart energy training program for underemployed and unemployed adults. Over the past few weeks, we've implemented our Infrastructure Academy and our pre-apprenticeship program. That, along with this Bright Solar Futures program, are just examples of how exposing kids at an early age to the opportunities in the energy industry, the great jobs that they create, and preparing them to be successful are really what make us all get excited about this. So quite literally, thank you for having us here. We're proud, beyond proud, to be a part of this and very excited about the future for these young men and women. So thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I'll take my mask off. I just want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the other sponsors of the lab as well that provided cash, equipment, or other in-kind services. I'm just going to rattle them off real quick. Raise your hand. Thank you all so much. Solar States, the National Electrical Contractors Association, Community Energy, BFW Group, CED Green Tech, Cooper Electric, Revision Architecture, Milwaukee, Practical Energy Solutions, the Energy Coordinating Agency, SunCycle, and Palmetto. Thank you all so much. I am very excited to welcome our next speaker, Councilmember Maria Quiñones Sánchez. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bienvenidos a the 7th Councilmatic District. Just want to take a moment and follow the lead of our mayor and thank him for his commitment to environmental change. What you heard in his presentation was he was the former chair of the Environment Committee when he was in City Council. So this work around clean energy has been something that he's worked on for a very long time. Also want to thank him for his unwavering support of the School District of Philadelphia and Dr. Hite. I share in those words and his leadership and the support for the school district. Want to thank and recognize Council President Clark for the formation of the Philadelphia Energy Authority and his bold challenge to create 10,000 jobs. Pre-pandemic, in our Special Committee on Anti-Poverty, Education, and Job Training were one of the key components of our conversation. And Dr. Generals at Community College and Dr. Hite were part of that conversation, and we challenged them to do more around workforce development and exactly these types of training programs. So what you see here today was slower than we would have liked, but I can tell you with the support of PECO and the other folks, we're going to expand this. We're already in conversations at Edison High School. So Edison's next, another school in the 7th Councilmatic District, going to push that along. So I want to thank all of our sponsors for investing in young people. I'm a graduate of a CTE program. When people were making those investments in high school, they didn't know it would take 20 years to see me where I am today. So to these young people, as a graduate of a CTE program, I say the future is yours. You will absolutely have a job at PECO if you finish this program successfully. I can guarantee you that. So thank you to everyone that is here for your support and for supporting the young people and for supporting Frankford High School. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman. Next up, I'm very pleased to introduce Councilmember at Large and Chair of the Committee on Education and Environment, Katherine Gilmore Richardson.
Good morning, good morning. What an honor and a privilege it is to be here with each and every one of you to celebrate the new Frankford High School Solar Lab. I'm Councilmember Katherine Gilmore Richardson, currently serving in my very first term as a member of Philadelphia City Council, but also chair of City Council's Committee on the Environment and new appointee to the Local Government Advisory Committee for the United States EPA. So all of you know that these two issues I'm laser focused on in Philadelphia City Council, and that's workforce development and climate change. And as our President Joe Biden says, when I think about climate change, young people, I think about jobs. So we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to radically transition our economy and create good-paying jobs right here in the city of Philadelphia. And the Philadelphia Energy Authority has been our leader in helping us connect the dots between climate change and economic development. So I want to thank you, Emily Schapira, and your entire team for your incredibly hard work, as well as our council president in his absence for his foresight and insight in developing the Philadelphia Energy Authority. You can clap for that, as that's a part of the process. So it's a point of pride for me that this is our first ever solar career and technical education program right here at Frankford High School. So young people, you all are making history in our country. You're making history. So keep that with you. And I have to say, in his absence, for my colleague, Councilmember Isaiah Thomas, he's a graduate of Frankford High School. If I didn't say that, I would get in trouble. So last year, we held a hearing in Council's Committee on Education, chaired by my colleague and the district council member for this area, Councilmember Sánchez, about curriculum realignment and future careers. And we heard testimony from folks who are already starting careers in solar. And we know this is one of the many areas that has immense opportunity for growth. And now that we are exposing more young people earlier in their lives, and Michelle, that's that middle years exposure for the young people that's happening at the district, we will hopefully see an even stronger pipeline for our neighborhoods into this field. So I am grateful for each and every one of you, for all of our partners, to PECO, to Dr. Hite and the entire school district of Philadelphia. Mayor Kenney, I served under you when you were chair of Council's Committee on Environment. Emily, Councilmember Sánchez, our Commerce Director, Mr. Rashid, Mr. Bolden, and Principal Calderone. We thank each and every one of you for all of your hard work. And young people, the future is yours. Seize this opportunity and ensure that you do all that you can to complete the program and start your future career at PECO. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Councilmember. I am very delighted to have here today Commerce Director Michael Rashid. The Commerce Department has been incredibly supportive of PEA's work, and we're just thrilled to have you here today. Mind saying a few words?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Don't have much to say other than for you young folks, as the mayor and other people said, you have a great set of opportunities in front of you. Not only will the state of Pennsylvania create tens of thousands of new jobs every year for the next 10 years, at least 10 years, tens of thousands of new jobs. And I want you to see yourself in one of those jobs. I want you to see yourself at PECO in one of those jobs. But I want you to see something more. It's not just a job that's available to you in this industry. You can own a company. You can start your own business in the solar world. Listen, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm telling the truth. You can do this. You see that man right there who is the CEO of PECO? You can be the CEO of PECO. You can. You can have on a nice suit like that man. You can make $1 kajillion like that man right there. So set your sights high. You're in the right place at the right time. I'm trying to tell you, this is the place to be in solar, and the sky is the limit for you. So God bless the mayor, God bless Dr. Hite, God bless PECO, and everybody who has supported you in this. Don't let us down. Be successful, and we want to help you in the Commerce Department. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. No pressure, guys. For our last speaker before we cut this ribbon, I am really, really excited to have Charles Bolden from the Solar Energy Industries Association with us here today. PEA has been working with SEIA over the last year to help create a model for the solar industry to support a more diverse workforce and more access to solar, especially for communities of color. And I am super excited for Charles' announcement today. So please welcome Charles Bolden, Director of Congressional Affairs at SEIA.
Thank you. It is an honor and privilege to be here today in front of so many distinguished members here. Again, I am Charles Bolden, the Director of Congressional Affairs at the Solar Industries Association, which is a solar trade association comprised of over 1,000 member companies across the country. I wanted to personally congratulate the students of Frankford High School and the Philadelphia Energy Authority on this much-needed program for creating a direct pipeline for students into the solar industry. I am also here to announce today that SEIA, along with the PEA, released the Energy Justice Program Addendum to the Solar Power Purchase Agreement, which seeks to incorporate environmental justice into the purchase agreements. This addendum will help facilitate the growth of the industry. SEIA maintains and promotes standardized contracts for a variety of different solar transactions. It allows companies to include a third party, the energy justice partner, in their PPA transactions. The EJP also agrees that all donations and all amounts earned by the investing such donations shall be used by the EJP for specific purposes. Again, congratulations to the Frankford High School students on this incredible lab, and I know they will continue to create opportunities in the future. So thank you again.
All right. Thanks so much, Charles. That's a mouthful. But for those of you lay people who are not familiar with the Power Purchase Agreement, that's the agreement that happens for big utility scale solar projects. And this really creates an industry-wide construct for now those buyers and sellers to include an energy justice partnership, maybe like the Energy Authority, who's working on solar energy equity and access to be a part of that transaction and receive donations over the course of the contract. So it's a big deal. We'll update you in a couple years. Okay, great. So now, since we still have Mayor Kenney, we're going to do the ribbon cutting. I think we have a couple students that are going to help us hold the ribbon. We have giant scissors. Thank you. Good question. Yeah, I think we'll do it like right here. Let's go in front of the kids. If that's a student, I want to come over.
There's no pandemic, there's no recession.
Yeah, not in this field.
Exactly.
So if you can do it because it's heavy.
Yeah, both can cut at the same time.
Okay.
Jump in up front.
Okay.
Get in there. Good day, man.
There's so many cameras, I didn't know.
2, 1.
Yay, let's go solar!
You got to hang that up in the room now.
I got
You
you.
gotta.
I'm going to take one last indulgence and just take a second to shout out a few people who have not made it into the thank yous yet, and then we're going to start the tours of the lab. So, real quick, I'm going to go fast. Laura Rigel, who led the initial development and first few years of this program. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. Our friends at PECO, Mike, thanks again, but also huge thanks to the support of Ramona Risco-Benson, Sabrina Brooks, Michelle Wells-Bates, thank you so much. The incredible folks at the school district CTE office, Michelle Armstrong, Nick Gassis, Najwa Smith, Dr. Calderone, thank you so much. Our intrepid teacher, Jordan Crolly, always for putting up with a lot of overbearing partners, for somehow managing to teach a hands-on class over Zoom the last year. Joe Wilson, our solar training fellow at PEA, who's been with the students every step of the way. I see a few of our instructors here today, Spencer Wright, Micah Gold-Markel. Thank you to the members of our Occupational Advisory Committee. Raise your hands. Thank you. And last but definitely not least, Lisa Shulock, our incredible consultant who helped turn the vision for this lab into what you see today. Thanks everyone for what you've done to support our students. We are super excited for these young people to lead the way in this transition. So, okay, now on to the tours. Here's some instructions. Oh yeah, please, Dr. Calderone.
I'm sorry, there's one group we forgot to thank, and that is our other wonderful CTE program, our hospitality program, that served as greeters today. So we are full of great programs here at Frankfurt. Sorry, thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay, that's a good lead in too. So when you enter the lab, there's a video message from White House National Climate Advisor Gina McCarthy. So please watch that in the classroom. It takes 60 seconds. You've been assigned to a group based on your name tag. So we'll have each of the colors in a different section. You can look for Ms. Thomas's hospitality students who will organize you into some groups. We'll take the speakers, and if media folks want to come in first, we'll do that. We are super grateful for your hospitality kids. They're your chaperones, your ushers, your greeters, and they'll guide you to the student demos. Thanks, everybody.
Just like you know, I always want touch like you know.